Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi. Uh, Today I'm going to present about smart home security system. Is my project diploma. About myself, my name is Abdul Wafi bin Tahir and I am a third year student in the diploma electrical engineering at UTEM. Okay, the content. Okay, introduction. First, this project is made up of what element? Is made up of simple alarm system, fire alarm, Internet of Things, and house parameter. Okay, for simple alarm system work by triggering the alarm when the sensor state change. This means that when the sensor become high, uh, alarm will be triggered to alert the surrounding. Okay, for the fire alarm, it is triggered by any detection of fire, smoke, or any combustible gas. Okay, for the house parameter, we could monitor the temperature, air humidity, and gas concentration in the house. For the Internet of Things, is made of devices such as sensor connected together with other devices such as mobile phone. This allows the transfer of the data between the devices across the Internet. It means that we could access all the data from the microcontroller input and output, such as sensor, where we could control and monitor it from our other devices such as mobile phone, which is very popular right now, or could be accessed to the server in the Internet. Okay, the problem statement of this project is risk of burglar and thief break in the house, which we know that the burglar and thief break cases happen daily, and many people seems to be neglecting it as they doesn't care about their house. Okay, the owner also isn't aware about the house condition when they are away from house. Owner also cannot protect the house from other hazards such as fire, carbon monoxide, and LPG gas, which these gases uh, cannot be seen by our visible eyes. It isn't visible on our eye because it is odorless, whiteless. Okay. Because user also can control and monitor the system from anywhere, which means it doesn't have any internet access or Bluetooth access. Okay, it also can obtain any actual parameter in-house such as the temperature and humidity in the house. Simple alarm system also isn't able to be activated and deactivated from anywhere, as the old alarm system can only be activated and deactivated at the house if we are at the house and with a physical button or physical remote. Okay, the objective. First, to alarm the surrounding of the house if suspicious movement is detected. Second, to automatically turn on the light and alarm when movement is detected. Third, to notify the user about any suspicious movement in the house through the mobile phone. Fourth, to warn the user about the presence of fire and any combustible gas in the house. Fifth, to measure and monitor the house temperature and air humidity through mobile phone. Sixth, to control and monitor the system from anywhere through mobile phone. And seven, to design and develop smart home security system. Okay, the scope of this project is for the hardware. It is done using NERD MCU ESP82 Seats which is becoming popular nowadays as it have a Wi-Fi module built-in with the microcontroller. As with the Wi-Fi, we could control all the sensor and the input output of the microcontroller through the internet, which means IoT. Okay, for the software, we use the Blink app is used as the wireless control panel for the notification, monitoring, and controlling of the system from in the internet, where all of the monitoring and controlling will be done uh, will be done from our mobile phone. So no physical control panel, as only the wireless control panel. Okay, for Arduino IDE, software is used for compiling the C++ coding where the system is designed into the microcontroller. Okay, IoT. All the input and output of the project, which is PIR sensor, gas sensor, temperature sensor, LED and buzzer, could be controlled and monitored through the internet. Okay, for the project implementation, the Node MCU is used for this project, which come with Wi-Fi module, where the input and output of the microcontroller could be connected to the internet. Okay. For the PR sensor, it detects any motion in form of heat where it becomes hot for a period of time when motion is detected. It means that the PR sensor will detect any movement, but the movement must be a living being, as the living being living being emit have a higher heat than any object in the surroundings. So when any living being or human uh, make a movement in front of the PR sensor, it will become hot. Okay, for the gas sensor, MQ2 gas sensor, it detects smoke, LPG, carbon monoxide, and many other combustible gas, and also it measures the gas concentration in ppm. As this sensor use a type of silicon which interact with the attract the oxygen, as if any present of combustible gas will make this oxygen lose break free from the sensor. So from this way, the sensor could read the gas concentration. Okay. DST11 sensor is detect temperature and humidity percentage, as the sensor comes with two sensor built-in, which is thermistor and a humidity sensor. LED, yeah, basically we know it emit light when input is high and doesn't emit light when the input is low. It act as a lighting in this project. For the electronic buzzer, is make a beeping and buzzing sound when triggered and act as an alarm. Okay, methodology. For the PR sensor, there are three PR sensors used in the project, which one PR sensor is placed at the exterior of the house model, while two sensor is placed in the interior of the house as to protect the exterior and the interior from any intruder. For the HT11 is placed at the living room as to monitor the house temperature and air humidity, as the living room is the, the place with the most area in the house and the most spent places in the house, so it's better to place at that place at the living room. Okay, for the gas sensor, the the gas sensor is placed at the kitchen, as we could also send the LPG gas leakage and any fire or smoke that bypass that surpass the threshold that we make in ppm concentration. As for the LPG, the gas concentration uh, is must not over 1000. Okay, for the LED is placed as at the zone where the PIR sensor is installed as to make the intruder visible when the motion detected the intruder and act as the deterrent to the intruder. Okay, for the buzzer is placed at the front of the house as to alert the surrounding of the house, in interior and exterior of the house. Okay, for the methodology, we use Blink app to receive notification about the motion detection and also fire detection. It also monitor we could also monitor the temperature and air humidity from the control panel, which okay for we also could control the alarm system where we could activate and deactivate the system from anywhere through the mobile phone. Okay, for the node here we connect the system to the internet, which allow the system input output to be controlled by the Blink app. Okay, expected result when the system is connected to the internet. Uh, eh, when motion detect any movement, the buzzer and LED will be triggered. Okay, and the we will receive the notification about the location where the motion is detected through our mobile phone. So uh, the alarm system also could be turned on and off from our mobile phone as if as to as so that if any our family member accidentally forgot to close the to close the to close the close the alarm, we could close to the mobile phone from anywhere if we are not at home. Okay, so for the fire alarm, when the any combustible gas detected such as LPG, smoke, the buzzer will be triggered, and we also will receive notification about the fire alert, fire or gas present in the house. We also could turn off this fire alarm system to our mobile phone if any fast alarm happen. Okay, we also could measure get the value of the real-time temperature, air humidity, and gas concentration from our mobile phone, so we could adjust anything to the mobile phone. Okay, the video is this demonstration. The Australia kitchen is detected. We got the notification and the alarm buzzing and the LED buzzing for a period of time. We could set the how long the PIR will go high at the PIR potentiometer. the notification for the exterior of the house. We could turn this alarm from the mobile phone, turn on and turn off the system. LPG gas is tested. The system is turned off if any gas is, is detected. No, the alarm will not function. We also can monitor the temperature of the house, which is 32 degree, while the humidity is 65%. Okay, for the conclusion, we have successfully detected any movement in the exterior and interior of the house. We are also able to warn the user by triggering the alarm when any movement is detected. Okay, we are also able to notify the user about the location of movement detected through the mobile phone notification. We are also able to detect smoke, combustible gas such as LPG gas and fire. We are also able to warn the user by triggering the alarm when smoke, combustible gas such as LPG gas and fire are detected. We are also able to notify the user about the presence when smoke, combustible gas such as LPG gas and fire are detected in the house. We are also able to monitor the house temperature, air humidity and gas concentration anywhere through mobile phone. We are also able to control the system from everywhere. From this conclusion, it is we are able to successfully done our project and get our desired result. Okay, for the recommendation, we could increase the amount of sensor used to increase the protection of the house. As by increasing the number of motion sensor placed in the house, we could maximize the protection in the house. We also could install good quality camera if we had budget, as to monitor the house situation visually. Okay, we also could connect the system with local police station and fire station if the alarm is triggered. The so the action could be so any action could be done fast. Okay, person never make a mistake, never try anything new. Okay, the end. Okay, that's all for my presentation. Thank you.